We're going to talk one more time today about quadratic formula, and then tomorrow and Thursday we're reviewing for your test. Okay? So you should be getting down the hand of this today. All right, so here's the formula. No, you don't have to memorize it. I highly suggest you try to for the SAT. Just learn the song and you'll forever remember it. I still sing it every time I do it. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a divided by 2a. Yes, I know. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm recording right now, so you can listen to it over and over before you go to bed, and you know, it's like a little podcast you can play in your car. Okay, so first things first, when we are doing quadratic formula, we do what? What's our first step? Look at your steps from the slides yesterday. What's our first step? ABC. Good. Caesar, what's our A, B, and C here?
1,
Good. 1, -5, -6. All right. What do we do next? Plug it in. Okay, but I gave you a hint yesterday. What should we do before we have to go through all the steps of the quadratic formula? The quadratic formula is a lot of work, right? It is a lot of work. If we don't have to do it, we don't want to do it. So what's our other option besides quadratic formula? Yeah, factoring. So we want to first check, okay, hold on. Before we go through all that work, can we just factor this? Are there two numbers that multiply to -6 and add to -5? Oh, there are. Wow. Okay. Doing this, x minus 6 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0, is a lot less work than the quadratic formula. Save yourselves time if you can. We are not going to tell you what to do on your test. You're going to decide. Okay, so here I just subtract 1 to get x by itself. So one of my answers is x is -1. And I add 6 here and get x equals 6. So one of my answers is 6. One of my answers is -1. And I'm done. If you do the quadratic formula, you will get the same answer. But why do all the work if you don't have to? Right? Okay. Questions? All right, I'm going to do odd. So let's go to 3. I can't even name my A, B, and C yet. Why? Yeah, it has to equal 0. So what do I have to do? How do I make it equal 0? Yeah. Move the 14 over by subtracting it. Cool. Jordan, what's my A, B, and C now? Good. 2, -2, -14. Why do I need that? Because I need that for my formula. X equals -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a divided by 2a. I know. All right. So we have the formula. We just plug in A, the B, and the C. So we have x equals -b. I already have a negative from the formula. So I'm going to end up making this positive. If that confuses you, do it right away. You do you. Okay, plus or minus, b is negative 2 squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. All I did was plug in the a's, the b's, and the c's. I'm replacing the variables with the numbers. Variables represent unknowns. These are not unknowns. They are known by our equation. Yes, it looks like a lot. That's okay. All right. Then what? You just simplify, right? 2 negatives is a positive 2 plus or minus the square root. Negative 2 squared is positive 4. You're definitely going to need your calculators today. Here you need to multiply before we add. So negative 4 times 2 times negative 14. What is that? Negative 4 times 2 times negative 14. I don't know who y'all are waiting for, but it's not me. It's your math class. Type it into your calculator. Let's go. Okay, positive 112, right? Because we have a negative times a negative. So positive 112, all divided by, what's 2 times 2? 4. Okay, so all I did in that step was multiply. Negative 2 squared, negative 4 times 2 times negative 14, and 2 times 2. Multiply. Once you plug it in, multiply. And we keep going. What do you want to do next? Add. We see an addition sign, so that means add. What's 112 plus 4? Thank you. Divided by 4. Now what do I do? Nope, not yet. Good. Take the square root of 116. So we have 2 plus or minus. Come to Desmos. What is the square root of 116? Oh, we can't do it. So what do we do? Yeah. Hello. What we've been doing all unit. We need to find a perfect square in there. Okay, so what is 116 divided by? What do you guys want to try? Let's start highest to lowest. Well, we know 100 doesn't work, right? I would start a little bit lower than that, maybe like 64, 49, 36, 25, 16, 9, 4, there it is, 4. Okay, so 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 times 29. We break it down. What's the square root of 4? 2. So we take that in front. This is what we have been doing all unit, right? We can't do anything with that 29. So we have to leave it under the square root. Uh-oh. I made a mistake. What did I do? Good. Thank you. Okay. Now, – before you break it into 2 parts, you always want to check. Can we simplify any further? Can we take the square root of 29? No. Is there a way to simplify this any further? What do you notice about this number, and this number? Good, they're all divisible by what? 2. Okay, if you have 3 numbers here that are all divisible by the same thing, guess what? Divide it. Okay, we want to get it into the smallest form. So we're going to divide all of these by 2. Okay, so we have 1 plus or minus 1 root 29 all over 2. Now, this is where it's important. You can't just do it if you only have these 2, because you still have this square root over here over 4. All 3 of these need to have something you can divide by. Is there anything else we can do here? Anything we can simplify? Anything we can take a square root of? Head shakes yes, head shakes no? No, good. So we write this into 2 parts. 1 plus the square root of 29 over 2, and 1 minus the square root of 29 over 2. You always break down your plus or minus. And those are our 2 answers. We're going to leave it in radical form, not in decimal form. Questions? Is it a lot of work? Yes. Is it difficult? No. It's just multiplying. You've done all of this. You've multiplied before, you've divided, you've simplified a radical. All of these steps are things you have done. It's just combining it all together. Okay? I'm going to leave that up there for a second, but go to the next page when you're ready. Leave that up there for a second, but go to the next page when you're ready. All right. Real quick, number 4. Is that in standard form? No. What would I have to do to get it into standard form? Haley, what'd you say? Add the 42x. Does it matter where that goes? Yeah, where does it go? In between, good. The 24 and the 3. Okay, just keep that in mind. All right, let's look at number 5. Navarette, what's my A? Lewis. Lewis, what is my A? Huh? What does that even mean? It ain't candy, sir. What's my A? No. What's my B? Nope. Do I have a B? Do you see an X there? No. I don't have a B. What's my C? There you go. Okay. You guys need to remember standard form. The A is in front of the x squared. The B is in front of the x, and the C is by itself. It is possible to not have a C. It is possible to not have a B. It is possible to not have an A. So please, please, please make sure you're labeling those correctly. All right, here we go. X equals negative B. Can I write a negative 0? No. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that and keep going. Plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A. Okay. Plugged in the numbers. Multiply, multiply. Can we do 0 squared? I mean, we can, but it's just 0. Do we need to write a 0? No. Did I even need to write that 0 there? No. Okay. What's negative 4 times 1 times negative 49? Thanks, Juan. Thanks for being our calculator today. What's 2 times 1? 2. Oh, this is kind of nice when you don't have a B, right? Way less work. Okay. Can we take the square root of 196? What is it? What is it? 14? Heck yeah. Okay. Now what? Nope. Good. We break it into 2 parts. Always have to break apart your plus and negative. Okay? This one we can actually solve. So you need to show that step. You're not going to write positive 14 over 2 and negative 14. That just, no, we're going to actually write the number. What's 14 divided by 2? What's negative 14 divided by 2? Okay, so we have 7 and negative 7 as our answers. It wasn't too bad, but was there an easier way? There was. What was it? I heard, what? Oh, remember those? Difference of squares? Good. We can take the square root of x, and we can take the square root of 49. So we can break this into x minus 7, x plus 7. Remember this? Oh. So I can just do x minus 7 equals 0, x plus 7 equals 0. Is this easier? I think so. Dos. Can you do this? Of course. All right. So yell at me if I'm doing the wrong way. All right. Questions? All right, I want you to go to number 6 when you're ready and start rearranging that formula. Go to number 6 when you're ready and start rearranging that formula. This is the only evens I'm going to do instead of odds, okay? That way you have to do 1 odds on your own to get your odds stamped, and you have 1 of your homework problems done by me. I think that's a fair trade. Okay. Holy moly. This is definitely not standard form. Not even close. What do I have to do? Alex, do you want to talk to me, or should we just make awkward eye contact? What you thinking? Oh. What do I do? I need to get this equal to 0. Help. Yeah. Yeah, we got to move these guys over. Do they have people to hang with? They sure do. So combine them. We're going to put this 2x with this 8x by adding it because it's negative. And what about this 2? Good. We have to subtract it. Do the opposite. So we have 3x squared. Nothing was combined with that. Plus 10x minus 5. Good. Equals 0 now. Cool. Alex, what's my A, B, and C? Good. 3, 10, negative 5. Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. X equals negative B plus or minus square root B squared minus minus 4AC divided by 2A. Right, I like to do this parentheses because it just helps me remember I got to multiply these. I got to multiply these before I can add or do anything together. You don't have to add the parentheses. I just like to do that. It helps me. So all I did was plug in the numbers. Hence why singing while you do it helps because you don't have to look at the formula. You just sing. And just have a dandy old time, you know? Now what? See. Por supuesto. All right, let's do it. X equals negative 10 plus or minus the square root. 10 squared is 100. Negative 4 times 3 times negative 5 is a positive what? Okay. All divided by 6. Then what? Amazing. We add 160 divided by 6. Your brain should just kind of take you there. You just feel the urge to do things. Because in math, these are steps we've done for a long time. Okay. Someone other than Juan and Alan. Love y'all, but got some slackers in here. What do we do? Square root of square root of. Yes. Huh? Good. Square root of 160. Can we do that? No. So we got to break it down. How do we break it down? Break it down, break it down. Good. All right, so what can we break 160 down into? What's a perfect square? Hint, 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 hint. That goes into 160. Good. 16 and 10. Can we take the square root of 10? Can we take the square root of 10? Correct. Can we take the square root of 10? No. So we're not going to touch that. We're just going to bring out the 4. And we leave the 10 underneath. Okay. What can we do from here? Jesse? Good. All three of these divide by 2. So let's do it. We have -5 plus or minus 2. Don't do anything to the root 10 over 3. Divide them all by 2. Simplify. Is there anything else we can do? There's nothing we can really add and subtract here, so we break it apart, right? But we leave it as -5 plus 2 root 10 over 3 and -5 minus 2 root 10 over 3. Miss Cullen, that looks weird. Okay, stop judging. Be nice. Okay, questions? All right. That's it. Number 7, is it in standard form? No, how do we move it? All right, that's what you need to do to get your stamp today. That's what you need to do to get your stamp today. You need to get number 7 correct. All right. Number 8, be careful. You have an A of 1, a B of 8, and no C. Is there an easier way to do that one? Sure is. You do you. All right. Let us know when you have 7 done. We'll come around and give you stamps for odds. If you've done all your work, your homework is evens in the first section of Delta Math. Okie doke. Okie doke.